Глац.
Ты, Санька, встань на белый фон, а ты сделай новую фотографию. 3 на 4.
Сейчас сразу напечатаем.
Это его пояс?
Ну, был его, я просто одну.
Точно.
Я одну себе заберу, свой ставить.
Hello, good morning. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. March the 30th, 2019. New 175-pound champion, Oleksandr Gvozdyk of the Ukraine. That's the triple threat right there, the big three. Lomachenko, Oleksandr Usyk, and Gvozdyk. The 3 top fighters, well, depending on, he also has Egidijus, who manages these guys. He also has Sergey Kovalev. So it's the big 4. But he's not there, and he's not Ukrainian. Anyway, this was put out by a media member after Adonis Stevenson had lost, and the news wasn't out yet that Adonis Stevenson was in a coma. In fact, let me Google that real quick. So let me pause right here, and then we're going to be right back. Let me pull up the Google. Here's what Adonis Stevenson looks like. This was about 5 days ago when this photo was released. Now, let me tell you, I've already told you before, and I'm not going to tell a story over and over and over again, but I was in a coma for 19 days. That shit ain't no joke. And look how skinny his legs is. Like, you lose a lot of weight because you're just laying there. You know, so you start losing, like, all your muscle and everything. My body's still not the same. And he was in the coma because he had a, a brain bleed, correct? So that's why you can see his hair is cut, because I'm sure he's got a big-ass scar. But nonetheless, look at his face. Like, he looks like here. So we don't know all the details and everything, because I don't know if he likely had a trach, and that's why his thing is a breathing tube. But he probably, I mean, I know that shit was some traumatic-ass shit. I couldn't talk for like a whole fucking 3 weeks. I could only move like certain parts of my body. At one point in time, I was completely paralyzed from the neck down. But nonetheless, he's doing good. But see, I don't like when people do fucking coon. This is coon shit to me. If you don't know what that term is, this is that Jesse Smolleton, whatever that fucking dude name is from Empire. This is the type of shit they do. Now, I understand he put foul affair. Loma cuts off Adonis WBC belt after taken to the hospital. Now, when he uploaded this, I remember people kept sending it to me, and they kept saying, wait a minute, why would you upload some shit like that? Bro, I'm sure he didn't know Adonis was in a coma. Oh, this guy, I've been blocked him on my channel, and then brought him back, and then blocked him again. But yeah, what happened was he put this shit out before like really knowing what the deal was. Nobody knew that Adonis Stevenson was in a coma. In fact, I did a post-fight video. And CBS Showtime took it down. But they took it down like they didn't take other videos down before. So I went to appeal it, and then they didn't let it release. They didn't let it be released. So then I was getting kind of pissed, and then like hours had passed, and then that's when the news came out that Adonis Stevenson was in a coma, and I was like, oh. So I don't have a Stevenson versus Gvozdyk post-fight video. Like, there was the highlights and everything. So I was like, I see what they did. So obviously I didn't fight that shit. I was like, all right, that's fucked up. I don't want that shit on my channel anyway. Same thing with the Pritchard Cologne video I did years ago, you know. So, but long story short, I've been covering Gvozdyk for years now. This is him right here. Many were rooting for him to beat Adonis Stevenson because people were sick of Adonis Stevenson title reign, not because of Adonis Stevenson as a person or a racer or anything. They were just sick and tired of his title reign. You know? So when he came along and beat Adonis Stevenson, it was big ass news, and a lot of people were like, yeah, knock him the fuck out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But nobody knew that Adonis Stevenson was really, really hurt like that. And I was personally like pissed off at the people that was like, that's what he get for what he did and everything. Yeah, the man has made some fucked up mistakes in life. In fact, Kovalev is in some hot ass water too. But I'm sure that wherever he was for those 19 or whatever for days he was in that coma, trust me, y'all can't relate. Y'all will never, ever, ever be able to relate. I've been there. I got a tattoo of the Reaper on my arm. No bullshit. So let's not get all religious and everything. We don't know whatever, but maybe this was his way to pay for his sins. He had to be a world champion. He was given that, but it's like, now I'm taking that all away. But he still got his life. He still got his life. So, Gvozdyk, Adonis Stevenson. I didn't cover this fight. I did cover Craig Baker, Unias Gonzalez. I covered this one. This was supposed to be his real big step up, because remember, he fought Tommy Carpensy after Adonis Stevenson, and then Isaac Chilemba. So these were fights right here that was seeing if he can do as good against guys that fought guys like Kovalev on HBO. Where is he at? Right here. You see what I'm saying? I've been covering all these fights. So this is not one of those situations where, I'm covering this fight because it's in Philly on March the 30th on ESPN and I want to go for credentials. Truth be told, I told you many times, I don't like going to fights. I get, I'm not I got social anxiety, fuck it, and I got post-traumatic stress disorder. So crowds and shit, but I know that I have to go for credibility reasons. So by default, tell me, who covers more ESPN fights than me? In fact, who covers more fights on YouTube than me? Not talking about the same shit over and over and over and over and over. Wilder Fury Joshua, 50 million, Wilder Fury Joshua, Bob Bam the Snake, Eddie Hearn the Snake, Oscar De La Hoya is dressing in drag like a bitch. We just cover fucking boxing. Yeah, we know all the storylines and shit. Yeah, we don't, suck no dick and all that for credentials. Our job is to cover the sport and to make sure we educate the right way in an entertaining fashion, obviously, on who the fighters are. In fact, I don't know what the card is. I'm behind. So I was saying on February 27th, y'all know how I get down. Every now and then, like in the summers and around the holidays, I take a break because boxing be kind of slow. So for me, a guy who has to cover all these fights every Saturday, we don't really get no Saturdays off. And then, especially if we have a midday card, and 2 nighttime cards, we don't get no breaks. I'm working well into Sunday night. So when I get time to take these breaks from covering boxing, I be taking them. So basically we had Pac versus Broner. But after the Charlo's fight, we had Pac versus Broner. So that was big build up. But then after that, it's been February been kind of slow. So tomorrow is the Gail Eubank, and then March, up until March 9th, March 15th, the zone card, that's when boxing really, really pick up. So I just been using this little time to, no bullshit around, get my brand in order. Start some YouTube beef, shit like that. Who the fuck is in my inbox? Oh, motherfuckers is harassing me. These motherfuckers are assholes. Anyway, going on to his opponent, I've covered him too against years ago. This guy right here, I was following him up until when he fought Roy Jones. Yo, he was coming up. He was coming up at this point in time. I forgot how to pronounce his name. I used to cover him on the other channel, Paul Glowowski. But this was before I know. Oh my God. Yo, let me show you what's going on. I got motherfuckers harassing me. I did something on my Twitter where the direct messages. I got a new watch. My girl got me a watch, a Galaxy watch. So everything's set up where DMs are coming through my shit. I don't like DMs, man. So very credible competition in regards to Jürgen Breimer. I don't know where I heard of him before. Wait, we're looking at the wrong goddamn person. Oh, God damn it. I lost him. Lost him. There we go. I think he fought Hadilla too. Let me check. Okay, Igor Mikhalkin. Remember, Kovalev fought him. These are not names you're going to know unless you're on the international boxing scene and you cover and watch those shits, those obscure streams and shit from Germany, all that. Funfara, I covered this one, and this was after Funfara. This was the build-up. This should have been on Showtime. I'm trying to figure out if this was, when was this? After Stevenson. I remember when everybody wanted the rematch and they thought it was going to happen immediately. I remember that. So right now, if you go look at the WBC rankings, he's ranked pretty high. I know of him. I don't remember where I covered him, though. I be watching a lot of fights. There's where he fought back in 2011. He been fighting. How old is this guy? How old is this man? He's been around. Look, he got Chilimba all the way back then. He got Chilimba and McHalkin all the way back. Oh, he's about to get fucking blocked. I'm going to sort this out. So, this video's been on kind of all over the place, I know. And I got to get rid of this Leo Santa Cruz banner down here. I'm going to take care of that later today. So, looking up the 175-pound division, there's a very good chance that Kovalev can take on Dmitry Bivol. Very good chance that fight can happen. Not Bivol. Bivol's taking on Joe Smith. I meant Artur Beterbiev. In fact, God damn it, I'm all over the place. Sergey Kovalev Instagram. Hold on. This is important. This is important. This is important. This right here. But I don't read Russian. I decided to post in a while and want to make the fight next, early as possible. Battle next month in May. He wants it in May. I think they should go for it. Because see, right now, top rank, outside of Dmitry Bivol, he's fighting Joe Smith over on the zone. He's been talking about wanting to go down to 168 for big money, but realistically, depending on the zone and ESPN have a good relationship. They'll swap fighters in and out. Well, ESPN not so much, but the zone fighters will go over there. Maybe it'll be mutually beneficial in the future. But all these guys can technically unify. And Kovalev wants to unify now. So whatever happened with Gvozdyk, he doesn't have a Marcus Brown. Things are going to be interesting, but since we're running a little late in time on the video, we have to go look at the card. I'm pretty sure it's going to be stacked up with Philly fighters. Damn. Also, remember, it's promoted by Peltz Boxing, and right now, Kathy Duva's #1, but Raging Babe is coming in as #2. She's been active as fuck. I wonder how long she's been. I mean, I've been watching her. So she's been building this shit up for a while. And I noticed with the Philadelphia fights, see, this arena be lit. It's a small venue, but it be popping. So for ESPN to come to town in this, like, I like their plan where they're not trying to put everything in these big ass arenas. They're all about activity. Like, they're busy, 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 busy. I'm interested in this Ray Robinson fight. He been floating around in the rankings for so. Oh, that's why I covered this fight. I forgot all about this. Damn it. No, in fact, I didn't cover this fight. I was comatose. That's crazy. I was comatose. So, you know, I expect for this to be a. Has he been knocked out before? Just once. Could it go to distance? I mean, no disrespect to Ngumbu. This is supposed to be a showcase fight-ish, get back busy because he has fought, meaning Gvozdyk. It will be 3 times in a 1-year span. Last March, just a little over 1 year. Then I guess they'll get him back. Okay, that's it. God damn it. I'm cutting that shit off. But anyway. Interested in Ray Robinson? Who else were we looking at on the card? I've been hearing about this dude, Sonny Conto. It's crazy because by default, I'm supposed to be at all the stuff in Philly, but health was restricting me. Now that's of the past. Hold on, I done messed up all my screens. There we go. I done messed up all my screens. So, one thing I don't like is that they have their press conferences on ESPN Plus behind a paywall. Maybe there's some type of plan in the future, for all that to make us be like, oh, that's why they've been doing that. But I really don't see the logic in it, and I don't mess with him. Usually we stream press conferences. Thank God. PBC, they cool. Showtime, they cool with that. The Zone is cool with that. All the other smaller promoters, but ESPN, I don't know, man. I ain't been fucking with they shit. They seem like they just like trying to keep all they shit in house, and I don't get it. But whatever, we're gonna be covering this fight. I'm interested to see what route he's going to take next if he wins. I mean, a lot of people predicting him to win, but where will he go and who will he fight? Please subscribe or link to my social media right down below in the description box.